Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the University of Sharjah, the authors of this article, Professor Muhammad Tayyib, the Vice Chancellor for Research and Graduate Studies, Professor Emad Mushtaha, Director of Sustainability Office, Engineers Bushra and Mariam, the engineers who worked hard in putting this presentation and this article with me. We would like to thank the organizers for their invitation to attend the 7th International Virtual Workshop on a GreenMetric World University Ranking. Today's presentation title is Managing the University of Sharjah Setting and Infrastructure Towards Sustainable and Livable Campus. I want to give you a brief about university in general, university campus. Can we go, University of Sharjah is among the top 3 universities in the United Arab Emirates. The campus is really big, is divided into male and female campuses with a total area of 550 acres. Each campus consists of multiple buildings with a total ground area of 54 acres, which is almost 8% of the total campus. The remaining 92% is open space as well as green spaces. We have a total of planted vegetation area of more than 1.5 million square meter, as well as palm trees areas as seen in number 6 and number 26 and the master plan, and also in the elevation and the panorama seen on the slide is more than 1,000 or 2,000 square. Next, please, regarding the sustainability effort in the university. Of course, it started before 2015, but in 2015, there was a study by the Architecture and Engineering Department. They did the study on the improvement of walkability as a prerequisite for sustainability at the University of Sharjah. The presentation was, and the project was presented to His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Muhammad Al-Qasimi, Supreme Council Member, the ruler of Sharjah and the president of our university, the University of Sharjah. And in 2016, the university formed a committee to take after and implement the international sustainability codes on the university campus. And in 2017, the university formed a new office called Sustainability Office, came with a vision that the University of Sharjah becomes a leading regional and a global benchmark for sustainability excellence in higher education. The office led by Professor Emad Mushtaha came with a new concept, is engaging all people in the sustainability in the campus. He created a concept of 30 of sustainability circles, created 30 sustainability circles. Each sustainability circle is associated with a specific sustainable field, has its own goal, key performance indicators, achievements, and initiatives. And next slide, you will see that we have a lot of circles focusing on sustainable gardens. We have animal welfare, we have creative initiatives, we have community health, sustainability curriculum. And next, you will see that we have energy and climate change circle. And one of those circles that covers the setting and infrastructure is landscape and building management, which is seen in the next slide, is led by one faculty member, led by me, working with my colleagues and in the university. And each circle will have its own space to write their KPIs, goals, and initiatives. Yeah, you can check the website, and you can see all these circles and the members of each circle. So the circle emphasizes on the improvement, setting, and infrastructure of the University of Sharjah campus. The next slide is showing why the university applied to the GreenMetric. In 2017, the university decided to apply for the GreenMetrics because their KPIs are aligned to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and that is really good that we can achieve more than one code in the same project. So this paper focuses on the setting and infrastructure, which is the first category that targets number 9 and 11 in the sustainable design goals of United Nations. The next slide will show the how will we achieve the sustainable and livable campus. Through the literature review, we decided that we take the GreenMetric as a reference to achieve and improve sustainability in the campus, as well as we applied that last year to STARS. So whenever we find room for improvement and for more application to sustainability, we take it into consideration. For the livability of the campus, we conducted a survey to check and evaluate user satisfaction, which is in another study, not in today's presentation. Combining both together, we'll be able to achieve the sustainable and livable campus. In the sustainability office, we use the PDCA, which is a Plan, Do, Check, Act, identify an opportunity to for any plan, and then implement the change in a small scale for that opportunity, and then we evaluate that change before and after, and if it was successful in this case, we make it in a wider scale. So the next slide is to show our performance in the past 3 years. We applied in 2017. We got the results in 2018 till to 2020. We see that the first KPI was fixed, no improvement because of the campus is already well established. So we got 75%. Second one, they're talking about forest. We got 0%. We'll be talking about these KPIs in detail. The third and fourth, little improvement here, but in 5 we got full score. And for the KPI one, the KPI analysis, we'll see here for the first KPI, open space, we have, as I mentioned, 92% is open space to the total area of the campus. In the category here, from 90 to 95, if your site is located here, you will get only 75%, and that's why we got 75%. But we believe as authors and the community in the university that the 92 and 95, there is a difference of 3% only. We lost 25%. And will not get full score. So we recommend and we ask the Green Committee to revisit the distribution of the points in order to have fair evaluation to our campus. And for the second one, for the total cover in forest, the campus is located in the hot, dry climate in desert. And when you look at the points, we receive 0 points. The campus is full of many green areas with many ponds, heritage trees. So if if that palm and heritage, those trees are considered forest, in this case, we can get good results. So we would like to ask the GreenMetric to revisit this one and define it further so that we can, hopefully, we can consider the palm as man-made forest. Okay, for the next KPI, which is the total area on campus covered and planted, we have more than 60% of the campus is open space. Out of this 60%, more than 40% is full of green, full of planted surfaces. So we submitted more than 40%, but without justification. I think that's why we were dropped by 25%. We will be sure that we submit the justification and evidence next cycle. However, the university decided to go and have sustainable gardens. So you see in the images on the right side, this is from the site of sustainable garden. And I also decided to have more green spaces inside the row and inside the spaces, offices, inside the corridor that connects the whole campus in order to achieve home-like environment. For the next KPI 4, which is, as I mentioned, for water absorption beside forest and planted, we submitted more than 30% as grass and brick. However, we received 75%. We lost 25% because of lack of justification. Remember, the site is 100%, 8% buildings. The remaining will be open space and green spaces, places for parking plots and streets. So we have a lot of areas for the bricks and a lot of areas for the green. So easily it can be justified. For the 5th KPI, no action is required because we received full score. For the 6th KPI, the university budget for sustainability of effort, according to the submitted effort, was 12% last year. And according to the guidelines, that between 10 and 15 will receive 75%, while the more than 15% will be receiving the full score. So university will be able to, it's doable that university increase the budget by 3%, which will be our next target. Next, please. Yeah. For the conclusion, when we look at our performance in the past 3 years and what is for future room for improvement, if we look at the first 2, I think minimal action plan can be implemented for the first 2 KPIs due to their inflexibilities. As we mentioned, the first one, a difference of 3% made us lose 25%. And the second one, if palms, which is in the guidelines known as man-made forest. So if this one is considered man-made forest, in this case, we will be able to get a lot of points in this category. Now, for the third one, and third and fourth, the university will continue with action plan for increasing the green areas internally and externally, and we will submit the evidences and the justifications to next cycle. Now, for the 5th one is already got the highest score, the highest and full score. While the 6th one, as we mentioned, we will be adding that 3% to reach $10 million as sustainability budget or university budget for sustainability. So that 3% can be easily implemented. This is how we evaluated the past 3 years and how we will achieve more points in this category for the sustainability effort and sustainability endeavor and the university. That's all for the presentation, and thank you so much for your listening. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask me, and I will be more than happy to answer your question. Thank you so much.